Check, 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 check.
Check, check, check. You can hear me, see me, sound me.
My mic sounds nice.
All right, all cameras rolling.
Perfect.
So we can just start.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, yeah.
Yo. I'm your host, Brother Six. This is the TheCulturecastnetwork. I am here with a special guest today. That's noise. It's too much.
You want like a full quiet on so
So a little bit, because it's the ambiance of the store.
Okay.
Yep, yeah, we'll do it like that, yep. Because they still got to run. Yeah, yeah, we good, yep. So, as long as we have this, bro, and then these ones, we can make it sound good. Can't wait till we get this upstairs access, though. That's what I'm waiting
so
for.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going.
Nah, it's not gonna ruin everything. Nah, so that's the ambiance of like it's gonna be a couple people in the background, but yeah, they gonna mainly hear us because of this mic.
Right. Okay. Yo. This is the TheCulturecastnetwork. I'm your host, Brother Six. I'm with this very special guest today. Very special guest. The coolest person y'all don't know yet. Marc Bravo, ladies and gentlemen.
Much love, bro. Appreciate you.
How you been?
I've been amazing, bro. Just got back from Philly, been traveling, doing some work, staying busy. What about yourself?
Man, I've been blessed and highly favored, man.
That's love.
Going through this move with the family, everything is great. I'm excited. I got a gym. Waiting on this gym. We got that gym in the basement.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
I'm excited for that. Like, seriously.
When the body good, the mind good.
Amen. So, man, I've been anticipating this one for, ever since I met you. Ever since I met you at Breakfast for Dinner, it was like, man, who is this dude? You and Empower.
Yep.
Like, I really felt like y'all stood up to me the most because y'all energy was out the roof. It was like unbelievable to see what I've been trying to capture is just putting DMV on the map to its fullest potential, showing, the world that we have the talent, just like Atlanta, just like New York, just like LA. We got the talent here. If not more, we have a lot of talent. So to display that is gonna be it's been a journey.
For sure.
So meeting like-minded individuals, that always feels good.
Hell yeah.
That always feels good. That's like one of my pet peeves is almost like if the energy is not right like that, then I don't want to do it.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Right.
So
I agree.
So meeting y'all there, it threw me for a wave. It was like, that was my opener. It's like that. I felt like I was in my freshman class.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like amongst the people that I see that's going to actually amount to something in the next couple of years.
Okay.
And they're actually taking it serious. Not because they're so much better or nothing like that, but more so that they're taking it serious. Because I've played sports. I've done a lot. You all know that it's that person that stays consistent.
Right, for sure. That's it.
I see you traveling. You said you just came from Philly.
Yeah, we came from Philly. Real quick, too, shout out to Empower that you mentioned. Pop star extraordinaire and the greatest assistant in the world.
Amen.
Yep. Yeah, so we just came back from Philly, for sure.
And how was Philly?
Philly was dope. We have a Creative House member in Philly. Her name is Cameron Conti, a.k.a. Miss Glossy Girl.
Okay.
It was her birthday, and she threw an icon party. So we went there to support. We work a lot, so sometimes we like to just kick back and relax. Empower didn't even know she was going to perform, so she ended up working regardless. But it was dope. I got to watch Empower perform, Big Dame perform. Lean, one of my favorites from this area, she killed it. So it was a dope trip. We've been up there a couple of times. Oh yeah, I'll get you in touch with Lean. Yeah.
Okay, so anytime Empower performs, I know it's lit. Because the first time I saw her perform, I was like, wow, it's like, who is this girl? Like,
exactly.
She had so much energy, and how she was able to, I did like a little snippet interview with her in the back, and it was like how quick she can turn her presence on is unbelievable.
Right.
Like she can go from chilling to boom, I'm on the scene. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's what you need. You need that. You gotta have it.
Yeah, you got to,
that's
bro.
like a must, right? You gotta be able to switch and get it in that motion though.
The creator's instinct.
So the first question I want to ask you, as a creative, like, I feel like you really focus on that. I can see it because everything you do, from the performance where you had the girls doing your hair to the performance where y'all was sitting down playing cards.
Right.
You know, I can see that you're taking a little bit more thought into what you're doing. So where's this creativity coming from though? Like,
man, so that's such it's an interesting question because there's so many layers to my creativity.
Okay.
I always tell people, first off, I lived in 3 different states before I turned 5.
Okay.
I was in North Carolina, Detroit, and Maryland.
Okay.
So that automatically, as an adolescent, I already have a different spectrum on how I look at things. Mm-hmm. And I can tell that with patterns is what I study in terms of music.
Okay.
So I've studied the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, 90s, 2000s. So I understand what's going to be in fashion next. And really, it's 2 types of people when it comes to creatives. You have creatives, the ones that are pioneers, and then you have your second movers, the people that look at what creators do, and they kind of try to do their own version of it. So for me, I was just always naturally a creator and a pioneer. I always came up with the ideas as far as myself, and people were kind of like emulating in their own way.
Okay.
Growing up, just the way I dress, I might wear my hat a certain way, and like people would do that too. So I would say my creativity is endless. I could come up with 10 songs in one night. I could go to Atanga house, we could do like 4 songs in a day, and it doesn't take anything away. It's like just an infinity of fuel for that.
So it's just like a natural thing. Like you basically sound like you just living your life, and as you go on, as you move through, you know, you might think of something, doing an activity with you and your crew.
Exactly, it's just natural.
Go off of that.
Yeah, like as far as like when we had at the table at my show, something one day was just like, damn, all these photo shoots you've been using to promote yourself, you can redo the photo shoots on stage, and it's a motion picture where you're rapping and what they saw online.
Because that was dope.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Super dope to see that people are still taking that time to be creative like that, because in a genre where you can get hot off of a one-hit wonder way quicker than you could before.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
crazy now.
Yeah, you can.
So when you're in that lane, you know, you got to separate yourself, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And you have separated yourself so much so to where I'm just trying to get you on the map outside of Maryland. I feel like people in Maryland and the DMV have to know who Marc Bravo is.
I would hope so at this point.
Know, if you don't, you know, you're missing out.
It's never too late though. Y'all can always be a high roller. Never too late.
So how did you come in contact and like your crew that you have? Because you definitely have a strong, group. You have a foundation where y'all move together.
Yes,
you know, y'all are in contact, y'all stay together, y'all move together, y'all do shows together all the time. So where did y'all like meet? How did this come about?
Man, it's through a lot of years and trial and error. A lot of years of that. When I was 15, I joined a group called the Scumbag Boys.
I love that.
Yeah, so I wasn't a scumbag, but as far as the group, like that was something for me. I was the youngest one, and I had the opportunity to join a group that's doing their own tours and stuff, bro. So like as a 15-year-old, I'm in like 9th grade, 10th grade. My parents like, what you doing with all these seniors and stuff? And we would go travel. And I would see that, okay, they have a cameraman, they have a driver, they have someone to just go pick up food. So I understood. Yeah, so whenever we would go places, it'd be somebody in their mans, and it's like 10 to 15 of us walk in, and the whole room just look at us, and it shift the room. So early I understood, like, community, people envy it in a nice way though, in like a consumer's way. So I always understood that I'm gonna need a strong team, whether it's hard to build or not. A lot of people like it's hard, so I'm just not gonna do it.
It is.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like it's hard, so they just feel like, yeah, they're not gonna do it.
They're not gonna give the effort.
But me, you know, I through trial and error, I done met people that's not been the best, met people that's been the best. But it's like through Creative House, we started a group chat, we got together, and we did this show. And from everybody in the DMV seeing what we're doing, they decided they want to give a helping hand, sort of like yourself, like how we starting to talk now. I just met a lot of people like that who are like-minded, and I make the type of content, I don't make what works, I make what works for me. So the type of people that I'm gonna draw are gonna actually be like-minded, aligning people.
Exactly.
And some are just for a season, some are to work with me for years to come.
Right.
But I'm open to whatever team God wants me to have at that moment, knowing that it'll be different parts throughout it, through as the years go.
Right. I mean, and that's a beautiful answer, because that's what you need. You gotta have the patience as well as, you know, the drive.
Yeah,
because you can
patience.
to meet you, it was like music to my ears, because I see that we're like-minded. We're trying to do somewhat of the same thing. So when you meet somebody like that, you know it instantly.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You see it instantly, because you've been through enough to see the signs.
Right.
You know when somebody's here for a season.
Okay.
You know somebody that's down for the cause.
Right.
You feel me? Like you see how they move.
Yep.
So I want to know, what crowd are you speaking to with your music? Like, who are you trying to capture?
Okay. So High Roller, the brand, it's about taking risk, having fun, and exuding your energy, whatever energy that is. So being yourself, taking risks, having fun. If you're interested in any of those three things, then I'm your guy.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
so that's who I speak to. It could be from any walks of life. Of course, I have my target demographic market, but outside of that, man, if you like taking risks, having fun, and being yourself, that's what I'm pushing.
Okay. And I asked that personally because I feel like your music is very marketable. I can hear Marc Bravo on the radio. I can hear it like in my head right now. I can see your image being captured. I can see those things.
That.
You know what I mean? Because what you're giving off, I mean, who wouldn't want to see that? I feel like you can go anywhere. Like, you can perform at the White House if you needed to.
Hell yeah,
you know
I got something for that too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
It is very diverse. Who you're speaking to.
Yep.
So you did something at the dojo, you said.
Yes, at the dojo. Shout out to Boomani X. So I never usually do this, but I had to post a whole performance 10-minute clip.
That was I love that part.
Yeah, of my
I love that
performance.
part.
Thank you, because I wanted to, normally I try to pick like a 1-minute clip, 30-second clip, but it was too many moments where I couldn't pick anything. And that's what I like, though. I'm getting overwhelmed with the fact that I have too many good moments, and like that's good. Like, I'm finally getting into the performing bag that I want to get into. I went there thinking we're gonna jam sets for like 5 to 10 people. We get there, it's a crowd of 50 to 75, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is like it. Low key, I had threw my own show 2 weeks before, and this was a bigger crowd than my own show. Okay. And it was a lot more, I would say, a lot more industry faces here that I had never seen before. So it was like, I was like, that cool. Like this is the perfect time to show myself, and I look at every chance of me performing as me marketing myself and my package. So the dojo, it was such a dope performance, man. I love the crowd, I love the energy, the hype man that was hyping me up. They had the band play on certain songs. My team was in the corner rooting me on. It was just a perfect situation. We really couldn't lose, bro, because I was gonna come in and bring the wave every time.
Right. Y'all gotta go check that out. I definitely gotta go check that out.
Please do. That's
definitely a vibe right there.
Yeah, shout out to Art Show Hype in the dojo.
Yes, sir. So you have, I just learned this today, even though I've investigated, I've checked you out.
I'm surprised.
I got you in the rotation. But you have a link with Creative House in the past, and y'all have done a reality TV show.
Yes, that was the very first thing.
Tell me about that.
When I had first got signed, we dropped my debut album, and it got 500,000 streams. So my name was starting to get out there. Yeah, and I was like, thank you, I appreciate it. So what I wanted to do, I noticed a lot of artists and creatives in the DMV area, they resent some of the bigger artists for not leaving any foundation here. Because it's not a matter of even how you mentioned earlier, like talent with Atlanta and everything like that, and in LA. It's a matter of structure and infrastructure and how they build things. So I decided before I take off, because I could have been out, I could have been gone, but like I wanted to stay here and build some things, some tangible things before I leave. So Creative House was my first idea to merge my film experience with the music that I'm doing. And I decided to, hey, let's do something fun. Like, I wanted to see fun again, bro. Like, as far as TV, like TV and film, it's not like fun anymore. So
it's more like they planned it too much.
Yeah, exactly. They planned it too much, or it's it's too much drama. It's just it's a lot of aspects to it. So I wanted to make a fun reality show that involved musicians and creatives, and we put them in a house, bro. We picked 12 of them. We ended up letting them create content for about 3 days. Then at the end we picked a winner, and the winner got a cash prize and a prize from all the sponsors from the show. So from there we ended up throwing shows. We sold out shows. We went on a couple tours. Went to Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Yeah, we filmed content, shot music videos out there. Yeah, it was just a dope vibe. And now we've become a media company, marketing company, and we'll be shooting our second season Q2 of next year.
Okay.
2023, yeah.
Is that linked up with Mother Dame?
So Mother Dame is gonna be, she's shooting a reality show
On her own.
Yep.
Shout out
So
to her
she
as
already
well.
had interest in shows, so jumping on mine was a way for her to get on to see how things work. So now that she saw how things work, she's gonna do her own version of a reality show. So it's called You Got It All Reality TV. So yeah, definitely tap in with Big Dame. But as far as Creative House, we'll be filming our second season Q2 of next year. We'll do a big call for it. It'll be dope, man. We got a lot of ideas for this one. We saw everything we did not wrong in season 1, but everything that could be improved on. So that's what we're gonna make them improvements, and it's gonna be exactly what it need to be.
Okay, so let me know this. What do y'all need? Do y'all need any extra people? Like, what do you need to have to be on the show?
As far as like the artist version, or as far as like the team of who's gonna bring it to life?
Like the actual 12 people that y'all gonna pick.
The 12 people. So
What do they need to have?
they need to have a special light in them that we see. It's not even, like I said, like talent's cool, but everybody can rhyme.
Right, so it is an artist thing.
It's
like
an artist
specifically
thing,
for
yes.
artists. That's dope.
For this version, yeah.
That's
So
dope.
it's for artists, and then it's for content creators too. Because if you a photographer now, you in the house, you got to shoot 12 artists in these 3 to 5 days. You got to get their photos back so we could judge them by the end. So now you getting your time, and everybody. So we have videographers, photographers, makeup artists, podcasters, studio. We had the chefs, so they wouldn't have to leave for food. We had everything they needed.
That's dope as a motherfucker, boy.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you so you can check it out after. Yep.
Because I saw a food show, so I didn't know, I didn't see, the whole thing. I didn't see this whole conglomerate of what y'all have going on, and I'm definitely excited to join what y'all have.
For sure, appreciate it.
That's one of those things that I've been anticipating. I've been not necessarily with Creative House or you specifically, but I've been looking for that. Like, I've been yearning to meet some like-minded individuals that feel the same way I do about putting DC and the DMV up on there, on the map, like how we deserve to be.
Exactly.
It's too many artists, it's too many people that have places like this, like House of Herb. Shout out to the House of Herb.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
You don't get no better than this.
Yep,
you don't get no better. This is us. This is, do you see us?
Yes, sir.
We have to stay together. We gotta come together for the cause. Like, I may have a problem with him over there, but he has something I need, and
that's cool. Yeah, and it's like work.
That's a brother.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, like, you gotta put those differences aside.
And if it ain't a brother, it's a coworker though. It don't matter if you don't like cuz at work. You still gotta go because it's a part of the greater good of the company. That's what I try to preach as far as the DMV. Like, it's cool if y'all have personal relationships, but this is a business, bro. Like, we all gotta keep working. Long as nobody in any legal trouble doing anything crazy. Like, if you don't like how they move, that's cool. But like, we all gotta keep building, bro. It's a part of the greater good.
Right, we're building a non-confrontational clique. You know what I mean? Like, instead of the rallies and the marching, we come together like that, but for a cause that's actually doing something
tangible, bro. That's the thing. Yeah,
something that's actually making some forward, consistent steps.
Yeah.
And when I meet people like yourself, it just really, it almost makes me mad that it's like, oh, hell no. Like, we got Marc Bravo. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying is the diversity, because I know a lot of people that rap this nice, but I also know a lot of people that don't rap, they sing, they harmonize, they do a lot. They are very talented, let me say it like that. And I don't see why they're not being played worldwide. Like it's almost like what's going on.
Well, talent isn't that important.
Right. I see that. I see that you have to be willing to be at the dojo. You have to be willing to perform, and that's has been what I've, after interviewing a lot of people, talking to a lot of artists, talking to a lot of entrepreneurs, they can't keep it consistent, and it's hard for them to juggle that job, the 9 to 5, and actually chase their dreams.
That's the main thing.
That's a hard thing to do, but you gotta overstep that.
Yeah, because with talent, bro, you can go to any gym out here and find a player one day of the week that you're like, damn, bro, you could have been in the league. What's up? Like, but it's like, it don't matter, bro. If you went on the right stage at the right time, bro, and put yourself in position to market yourself at the right time to the right people and move with intention, you just gonna be talent. Like I said, anybody can rhyme. Right. Anyone can make a good song, but what's gonna really separate you when you step in the room? Can you sway a room? Is your energy gonna exude in that room? Like, you gonna be able to really pitch yourself? Do you even like to talk?
Right.
You know, like, you gotta really get to know yourself, and you gotta know if it's something for you. It's a lot of things that go into it, so you gotta make sure that you understand what goes into it, understand the pattern of how it works. And get to it. But everybody not built for it, and that's cool. We need all moving parts of the ecosystem, bro, to know who's built for it.
Right. Right. Yep. Right. Exactly. You said it real good. So I want to know, what's the Marc Bravo story? Like, what's the past that led you here? What was you? Who were you? You gave me a little bit, but who were you coming up that? It's like, nah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna become an artist. I'm gonna show the world what I have.
I'm an observer, I would say, because I've given my story a lot of times as far as because I started making music when I was 12, and it's just been a crazy journey throughout my life of really just finding myself. And I'm the type of observer where it's like, if we have to all build something and they're like, all right, ready, set, go, and everybody runs to something, I'm like the tortoise, bro. When I grew up, I like that tortoise in the hare story, because it's like, you don't have to rush if you plan good enough, and move with attention. So I was always very observant, and being in this industry 12 years, I just saw what not to do so many times that I kind of know what to do, because I put myself out there. So it's about really being willing to fail so many times. That's who Marc Bravo is. I done failed a lot in my life. I didn't work. I done threw ideas at the wall and just didn't stick, bro. Right. But I ended up, when I got to college is when I started to get it together. And high school, before, I had a day where I released my first mixtape, and my grandmom invested $3,000 into my career that she had just had in her savings towards college. But I got a scholarship, so she ain't had to put it on college. So since I got a scholarship, she said, cool, I'm gonna invest this money. I'm not gonna give it to you, but I'm gonna put it in your music. So we came out with the black tape, and I was sitting outside my high school. I walked in, they had a desk for me, and a line of 30 kids lined up, ready, waiting for me to sign mixtapes. I'm 16. I'm 16, bro, and I'm just like, that's crazy. So that's when I went to, so by the time I got to college, I'm like, cool, I feel like I'm the man, but I gotta recreate myself as the man on campus. And I started studying. So when it's like, when you gotta start from scratch, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you gotta start from scratch, bro. So it's like, I was majoring in marketing though. So like, I would go learn something in school. And then I would go apply it right there on campus. I had an online thrift store, and that's when I was like, people would come to me for clothes. So that's how I started doing photo shoots. I got to sell my clothes. Boom. So then I understood doing photo shoots was helping my music. So it was just really like piecing it together, being in college and everything. So
y'all getting this game right.
So I ended up graduating. By the time I graduated, I was the biggest artist on campus, bro. It's like they was doing features in me on school.
So you did recreate yourself.
Bro, so that's what I'm saying. By the end of that jump, I'm the biggest artist on campus. I had a video that I was freestyling in the radio, went viral on DMV Music Club. So, and I'm still at school this whole time. So me starting from ground zero, becoming the biggest artist on campus in 4 years at 2 different schools, that's when I'm like, okay, cool, I have a formula now. And and a lot of people take other people's formula that worked before, but it's like the type of person I was, I knew I couldn't take anyone's formula. I've been there and tried that, and it just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't come off right when it's just me. So man, so by the time I graduated, everything was dope, and I was like, cool, now it's time to go home. People ain't seen me in 4 to 5 years since I was with this group. And you know, now that I'm back home, even though I'm with this group, we don't really see eye to eye anymore because I'm focused on the next 5 to 10 years where it's like they want to blow up tomorrow. I'm not, I wasn't on that time.
That's not you never planned to blow up.
I don't like blowing up. That's weird to me, bro. Like your whole life just changes. Like I want a story to tell. I want to build my journey, bro. Yeah.
So you basically, it sounds like you've had this plan. This is something that you knew. And I love that your grandmother invested in you, man. That's my dog. Shit. Like, shout out to grandma for doing that and making, like, that helped you. You know, that was like, instead of like a man right there, that was your grandmother showing you, giving you that encouragement. Like, how could you let her down? How could you not keep doing it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That would definitely make me do
I
whatever she invested in.
Because she said it's a loan, so I haven't been able to pay her. But she said it's a loan to inspire me. So I haven't been able to pay her back yet. So now it's like I gotta work till I can pay her back that. And my first website, my thrift store was called mygrandmalovesme.com. And that's how we started it. So I took that and kind of donated it to her. That whole thing helped me, bro.
Well, it really sounds like, you know, you're on the right path to this successful train. It sounds like you're already successful. It looks like it. When I say that, I mean, you have that structure. You have your stuff together. It's not all over the place. You know what you're doing tomorrow and the next day.
Yeah, sir.
You have a group of people that you can call upon, and they're going to be there, you know, willing to help and going towards the cause. That's what we need. If whatever you have, imagine if you had double that. You know, that person, you could be in Atlanta and all these different places at the same time then because you have that many people.
And that's the goal. I want to be able to leave and still have Marc Bravo themed inspired infrastructure here. So when people know, like, you know, when you in Atlanta, what you gonna do when you go to Atlanta? You gonna go to the Trap House. You gonna go to something that's tangible that their artists have left there that's like actually branded through them. So it's like when you go to LA, you go to the Tyler store. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different things like that. So it's like I want to be able to bring that here and inspire the other artists too. And the reason this infrastructure is just crazy, bro, is I thought I was gonna be the next Lil Romeo, Lil Bow Wow when I'm 10 years old, bro. So it's like I had to have a plan. I had too much time in this game, and I done seen how it go now. So I'm just happy to be here, bro.
So what can we look forward to from Marc Bravo coming soon? And I just want to shed some more light on this, the fact that you have, like I said, you know, Art 23 and Born Supreme.
Those are dogs,
I interviewed them last, and I told them the same thing. Like, I love to see artists performing a lot. Like, that means that it's only a small gap of you really touching, like you said at the dojo, that next person that could be that walk in the door, that open another door for you. So you can't get there unless you perform. You can have a whole bunch of songs, right? But if you can't perform it and you haven't became very, very comfortable like yourself on stage, it only gonna last for a little while. You know, it's not gonna be. It was almost like the perfect example is Rich Homie Quan, and that wasn't even his song. It wasn't even his song, but the fact that he messed up the Biggie song, that crushed his career.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy. I just know that he just went MIA after a while.
He had to. He had to. He had to.
Damn.
And I don't usually do this on my show, but I do want to shed some light and see how you feel about, you know, Takeoff passing and PNB Rock passing and all our artists passing and how we're reacting to it. You know, how do you see this stuff?
That's a good question. I view death as the cycle of life. And it's happening in every generation. It's just our turn now. When we see like-minded, same age artists pass away. Like my father could probably tell you about a couple artists when he was growing up that passed away. I just believe every part of the ecosystem matters as far as death and life. So I don't look at one as like good or bad. That was just his time.
Beautiful.
And we all hope that we have more time on this earth. But rest in peace, Takeoff for sure. And condolences to his family. he gets to see what the afterlife is right now. That's
'Cause I definitely believe in that.
yeah. So I wonder what he's seeing right now. So it's an interesting concept for me, but yeah, I try to look at really death as a cycle of life. Yep.
And it took me a minute to get there, right? And my girl did a number on me of helping me with that. But you know, now I view it the same way. But before, like everybody else, you know, death was always like a scary, touchy subject. Like it make you feel some type of way. But now it's like, you know, and that's why I asked you the question. Is like we are so normalized to it, whether you're paying attention to it or not, whether you are giving it that energy, it's still becoming a normalized thing.
Right.
And it's like if you was to actually go into your emotions for every single person in the past, that you'd be depressed and die from depression.
Yeah, you
know
next.
what I mean? Like
yeah.
you gotta be able to stay strong and have a drive and willful through these things. And that's what's, you can die from not feeling good and being depressed. That's not a joke. That's what I feel like that's what, if you didn't get shot from like a gun or like something like that, I feel like that's how people die from illnesses. It's from the depression. Like, yeah, they got cancer, but they died because they got depressed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's people with cancer that live. And
Exactly.
they're very happy and they're still joyful. And that can be the difference between life and death. Yeah,
and I would say too, artists in general, like when you have that money, I would say to really analyze the world. It's a big place. So understand that there's a lot of places that may be home to you that you may have not discovered yet. So I would say, you know, throughout your life, since life is so short, to travel, man, see some stuff. It'll really shape your mind of how you view life and how you've enjoyed your life. So take some time to enjoy yourself, man. Yeah, life is short, but it's beautiful, and we gotta enjoy it while we're here.
Amen. And I'm, you know, just like yourself, I'm loving these experiences more and more because I understand that shit is not forever. You
right,
better
exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, you better, right? Yeah, you got one shot too.
Your shit. You
right.
feel me? Like having fun with it though. Like shout out to the dude that got my $100 out of the cash back line at Walmart the other day.
That's dope.
It didn't come out when I you know how it says, get your money, make sure you get your cash, make sure you get your cash. It didn't say that, it didn't make no noise, so I'm like, I'm not even paying attention to it. I'm thinking about some other shit.
Right.
So I get to the security line, I come back, they said it was a person in a wheelchair, an old guy in a wheelchair got it. I was like, wow.
Wow, see?
I was like, and they told me it's nothing, they can't give me the money back because, you know, they saw who took it. I just had to take it. And, you know, more and more with these type of experiences, I know I got to slow down, but I also, you know that dude needed that money more than I did.
Yeah,
obviously that's what happened.
And it's gonna come back full circle.
It's gonna come back full circle, and that's how we have to look at life. That's why I told
we gotta trust the journey of life because you can't control it.
No, it's not even a belief.
Exactly,
right? It's not a belief. It's something
not.
You know.
Yeah,
you stand on things you know. You question things you believe.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
you know, I really appreciate your time, man. I'm excited to see what you got coming up next. I'm excited to join the Creative House. You know, that's where y'all can look for me at.
Yes, sir. We got a new Creative House member, man, doing the live interviews.
We've taken another step into success.
Yes, sir. And real quick, too, because you asked me, too, I didn't get to answer what's coming up next.
Okay.
And we'll answer this last one before we go. Next for me, I'm in album mode right now. So we working on the album. I can't say the name yet, but you know, I had for those who know me personally, I had a crazy relationship in this year of 6 years. I had a relationship of 2 years with my label in. So it's a lot of emotions and journeys of a lot of additions to the journey from this year. So we're gonna put that into the music, and I can't wait for y'all to see the picture that I paint with it. And what was you gonna say?
That's not, is when you saying you getting out of your deal, it's not like any love lost or nothing. It's just, you know, it's time for you to go. You still will be linking with them, or you're just cutting ties with that completely.
Respect lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't respect them.
Okay.
But No love lost though.
Right.
Yeah.
Respect lost.
Yep.
Okay.
I wish them the best. So that's one thing. Of course, Creative House, the second season will be next year. Okay. Breakfast for dinners next year. Shea Butter shows next year. And live sessions. We're gonna run these things annually.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
that's wonderful
so
to
you know what type of year to expect it.
Me, when I tell people about it, they think I'm really talking about some food. I'm like, nah, this was an event. And that shit was dope as shit. Like, you should know about it.
Yep, and we're going to incorporate more food and everything into it next time.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, perfect.
Man, like I said, man, I appreciate you, your time, the energy, you know, having a like mind. You know, that's the most important. And being consistent in what you do. We need people like you in the DMV, and thank you for not leaving, like you said, man. Because you could have easily left, and we didn't.
No problem.
You know, we couldn't have had that. We need that. People like Blasian as well. Like,
that's my guy. He's special.
Yeah,
we're gonna see each other on a lot of different.
Are y'all gonna link and make something?
Yeah. For sure.
I have to. I feel like that would be super dope.
I don't know when, but like we understand when we see each other, like we one of them ones.
Right.
So we definitely gonna make it happen for the culture.
Right.
And I appreciate you for recognizing me and everything I'm doing, bro.
Most
like that's respect.
Most definitely.
Yep.
Love.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. Also, shout out to the Media Prince for putting me in the top 35 under 35, bro. I really appreciate that. That's a dope accomplishment for myself. So thank y'all. Thank you to Atanga. Thank you to, what's your name again? Val. Thank you to Val. Appreciate it. Thank you, Empower. Thank you, House of Herbs. Much love.
We out.